a long precedent and record in terms of going pro-immigrants and going anti-immigration. If we recall, back in the 1820s, we had a big flow of over 2 million people coming in from Ireland, given the potato famine there in terms of a background picture. And then right after that, we have a backlash on that. And even a lot of immigrants left New York City and went into the Erie Canal area. Later on, we saw at the turn of the century serious repressions in terms of the Immigration Barred Act, where they barred people coming from Asia, namely Japan, China, India. And later on in the middle of the century saw some attempts in terms of cutting back on Mexican immigration. And then even in the 1920s, there were acts that came out in terms of trying to ban people coming from Italy, people who were Slavs, people who were Jews, coming from Eastern Europe, and set up so the bulk of the population coming into the country will be coming from Western Europe, and that way keep the country somewhat homogeneous. And by homogeneous, then we're speaking about racial manipulation. Now, as we enter the 21st century, clearly by the 2020, we're going to see some serious demographic changes. And given those changes, now those who are a minority will certainly be majority, and those who are now majority may very well relegate to be minority. And that is the overall intent that we're seeing taking place with the type of anti-immigration sentiment that is moving now to criminalize immigrants, like with the Sensenbrenner bill. And that's why, yes, I agree with you. We all need to speak out about it, because the foundation of this country is based on immigration.
Mr. Suarez.
Go into a school and show that they're trying to uplift themselves and stay away from any type of criminal acts, because that will make them then ineligible. The next part is in terms of proving financial independence, a key one. And for financial independence, they need to open up a bank account and show that they're saving their monies and pay their taxes and that sort of thing. And secondly to that is the point that you just mentioned, which we wholeheartedly agree with, and that is there's no quick fix in terms of people getting desperate and running to whatever limb they can pull to get help. And there are a lot of people out there that are committing all kind of scams and all kind of promise. They must make sure that they go to an immigration attorney, or they can go to accredited immigration services. The immigration right on the website will show them the list of accredited immigration agencies that they can go to. I will not advise anyone that is undocumented to go into the immigration themselves. The immigration services is not a social service, it's a law enforcement agency, and they should not go in and reveal themselves gratuitously. The next thing that we would like to urge them to do is, if they should be arrested, they should make no plea bargain. They must consult and ask to see an attorney, and also to see an immigration attorney, because even with a plea bargain, they may get out of the local correctional institution, but they'll be handed over to the immigration authorities. So those are the 10 points that I think we need to reach out to immigrants in terms of giving them at least some guidelines as to what they can do in these trying times.
There's one piece